You know, I was sitting here thinking, all the books that I did reviews on my last channel are not on this channel because this is a new channel. So let's do some reviews on some of these books that I've already read and did reviews on. Let's do it again. Injustice. If you know Injustice, Gods Among Us, this is a video game. So this was written based off the video game. And then they have an anime on, I think it's on like Prime or something, or HBO Max. I think it's because HBO Max does DC, right? I didn't like the show as much. This is way better. So you got Volume 1, Volume 2. As you can see, the spines, you got Batman and Superman here. This is, of course, Volume 2. This is Volume 1, so you got Superman in Volume 1 and Batman in Volume 2. Here is the fronts. Volume 1, Volume 2, right? And here is the backs. Boom. So this one says, enemies of my enemies are my friends, or are they? And this one, a god gone mad, and the heroes who seek to set it right. So let's open it up. As you can see, boom, boom, like this. But if we take the dust jacket off, because this is Volume 1, so let's check out Volume 1 first. Boom, boom, wraparound cover. Pretty bad ass. And then if we check this out right here, boom, pretty badass here. And pretty badass here, right? And we'll check out Volume 2 while we're at it. We'll see if we can do both of these in one video. Slide this off. And we have another wraparound cover. Boom, boom. And then let's check out the insides. Oh, right there. Yep. Looking good. And right there. Pretty badass. I think these are 1,100 pages. So let's go back to Volume 1. Oh, let's check out this because I think the inside. Yeah, this war has already cost too much. It's over, Superman says. It's not over, Batman says. And this was on Volume 2. So let's see what Volume 1 says. One death to save millions. It always starts with one. So that's going back to, if I give you the basics of this story, it's going back to the Joker's killing joke, right? One bad day can lead. So what's going on in this story? Obviously, this is an Elseworld tale, right? This is not in the main DC universe because of all the craziness that happens. So this is just, you could jump into this book and start reading it and not have to worry about what the heck is going on in the actual Batman universe, the DC universe, Superman universe, right? So this is, Volume 1 is collecting year 1, 2, and 3, and then Volume 2 collects 4, 5, and then Ground Zero, which Ground Zero is basically connecting back to the game, but it's a telling from Harley Quinn. So Harley Quinn's gonna tell you what's going on in Ground Zero. So what is this story about? If you played the video game, you basically know. So they start this off with, year 1, I'm gonna give us mild spoiler just because it happens right at the beginning and it sets up both of these books. Like I said, 1,100 pages. That's over 2,000 pages for 2 volumes, right? So what basically happens, Superman and Batman are best friends, right? So this is basically, like I said, one bad day. So Joker's with Harley, but Joker decides, let me see if I can make Superman go crazy. And what he ends up doing is killing, like I said, spoiler, if you don't want to hear, turn volume down, I'm going to come back. But it's right at the beginning, so it's a mild spoiler. He kills Superman's wife, Lois, and she was pregnant, right? So not only does he kill his wife, he kills his baby, and then he blows up Metropolis, right? So how do you piss Superman off? Taking everything away from him. So what does this do? This pretty much divides up the superheroes, right? And I'm talking about every superhero you can think of. I mean, even Lobo shows up in this. So you got, what happens is, all it takes is one, right? Like I said right here, one death to save millions. He's talking about killing Joker. It always starts with one, Batman's talking about. So as soon as he kills the Joker, because that's what he does, boom, punch it. Let me see if I can, should be right at the beginning. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see, he's flying to him. So he basically kills the Joker. And then we get into this dividing up the team. I mean, even from the Bat family to everybody. So Batman has his team, Superman has his team, Wonder Woman is with Superman. So you got two of the strongest ones on one team, right? And then they're going against everybody else. So how do you take down Superman and Wonder Woman? Well, 1,200 pages worth of trying to get it. So volume 2, I thought it would be right here at the beginning. I don't know exactly where it's at. It's been a while since I read this. But basically, Superman's going to take over the world, right? As in, no more war, no more nothing. He becomes this politician, whatever you want to say, and pretty much controls everything, right? And Batman's like, nope, we can't do that. We can't kill people. We can't do this. We can't do that. We need to. So they end up going back and forth, and then you get this whole story, right? Of trying to get Superman back, basically, because Batman won't kill, right? And that, I mean, look at, you get everybody, Swamp Thing, Poison Ivy, you get the villains, all the Green Lanterns, anybody you can think of is probably in this story. So that's pretty much volume 1. And then we'll scroll through volume 2 really quick because we're already at 6 minutes. Holy crap. So this is where year 4 starts, and year 4 is where we start to get the gods involved, like Ares, because obviously we're not done yet. And then we'll get into year 4 and year 5. Now these are out of print, OP, but I just looked it up on eBay to see, and people are selling these. You can get both of them for like probably 180, 200 bucks. So they're not cheap. I think they're normally $125. Cover price $125. So if they eventually come out again, it'll probably be like $150 now, because all the prices on these omnibuses went up. So yeah, you got year 4, year 5. Year 4 is where they start getting the gods involved, and then year 5, and then like I said, you'll have go back to the ground zero. You go back to ground zero, where Harley Quinn is kind of telling the story of what's going on. So, based off the video game, really, really good book. I love this book. I read both of them. Love these. If you can get your hands on it, get your hands on it. Otherwise, you might have to wait for DC to do a reprint. When they're going to do a reprint of this book, I have no idea. But that is the story based off the video game. If you like the video game, you might love this. Like I said, really good book. It's out of print right now, though, like I said, so. But yeah, that's Injustice Gods Among Us, Omnibus Volume 1 and Omnibus Volume 2. Great story. If you can get a chance to read it, read it. Yeah, so I'll get some more of these. Seeing that I got more comic people starting to come over, I'll start mixing it up between my novels and graphic novels. So like I said, I'm into both. So we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace. Read this. Follow.